Christine, tell me about like, how do I calculate the value of a home that I want to purchase or even the existing value of my home? What's the best way to do that?
Yeah, the easy way is to compare what your neighbor is selling for. Value comparison, that's most important. So they compare the size, yours is the same with the neighbors, and the condition is the same. And so value for residential property is, so
Mhm.
that's an interesting story. I had a client, they selling their home, and suddenly they told me the neighbor, they are divorcing, and they
Mhm.
sell their home very quickly and the market value. So I said, wow, that's a terrible story for you,
Mhm.
because the whole neighborhood's property value are going to be affected, because the appraiser will want to see what's the comparison. So if somebody is selling a home for a reason like a divorce, separation, or sometimes senior parents pass away, the children want to get the asset out quickly, they sell their home quickly. So that could depreciate the whole neighborhood value. But sometimes, and some buyer, they just like a particular property, for instance, they pay a premium for that property. And that same story, it can increase the whole neighborhood's value too.
And then is there ever situations specifically like Toronto, there's multiple bids.
Right,
Often people are going in with no conditions to try to
right.
increase their ability to win the property. When they go in with no conditions, is there ever a situation where they win the property, they pay $2 million for it, but then they go to apply for a mortgage and the lenders value the company based on the most recent comps that were lower before? Let's say they say no, it's only worth 1.6 or 1.7. What happens then? Does the person who bought the property need to make up the difference?
Yeah, so this actually lots of times happens in the property bidding wars.
Mm.
So if you purchase a property more than it's worth, the appraisal came back to say that your situation, they pay for 2 million and the appraisal came back say 1.8. The purchaser have to make up the difference. So for instance, you're qualified for 80%. So the 80% is based on the purchase price or appraisal value, whichever
Right.
is lower. Then you just have to make up the difference.
Okay, cool. And if someone was looking for some guidance on mortgages, both residential or commercial, what's the best way of them getting in touch with you?
They can Google my name, Christine Su, spells XU,
Okay,
mortgage broker, or my website, moneybroker.ca.
awesome. Thank you very much for your time today, Christine.
Thank you, Matt.